1. Dota 2. Dota 2 is one of the most popular MOBA games available for Linux. Well, I'm not a fan of this game, but if you like multiplayer strategy games, this should be the one you should have installed. Dota 2 offers one of the best competitive e-sport opportunity for aspiring gamers. The game is completely free to play, however, it offers a battle pass separately, if you want extra features and rewards, which is optional, but it's still something exciting if you are love to play Dota. 2. Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is one of the oldest multiplayer shooter game available for Linux. Even though the game was released in 2007, it still has a decent player base, which makes it one among the top 10 Steam games being played on a daily basis. The game still receives regular content updates, so you shouldn't get bored. It features a lot of game mods and also lets you customize and create your own character with hundreds of weapons to choose from. In case you were wondering, it isn't a pay-to-win scheme, it's just plain cosmetic items which should add a personal touch to your character. 3. War Thunder. War Thunder is a quite impressive World War II simulation game. It is a cross-platform MMO game that deals with aviation, armored vehicles, and naval craft from World War II and the Cold War. Obviously, it's an entirely different take on World War II and the Cold War, focusing on the variety of combat vehicles used. Yes, it might just be a simple simulation game with multiplayer action, but it still boasts great graphics details in the game. 4. WAKFU. WAKFU is a grid-based MMORPG game which every anime fan would love to have installed. It is really an interesting free-to-play online strategy RPG game that has humor baked into it as well. The game features 18 different classes to choose from, and whatever role you pick, everything depends on it. I would definitely want you to try this out. Personally, I loved it. 5. Fishing Planet. Fishing Planet, as the name suggests, is an online first-person multiplayer fishing simulator. It's not for everyone, but if you are an angler or maybe you just want to experience fishing, virtually, this should be something you should get installed. It is a very basic simulation game with pleasant graphics details to provide the best first-person experience. The base game is free, however, you get several optional DLCs on Steam. 6. Star Conflict. If you want an action-drive space simulation game, this is probably one of the best Linux games for that kind of thing. Star Conflict is a massively multiplayer game which includes both PvP and PvE. You just need to survive in the outer space and decide the best strategy to engage on the enemies. 7. Robocraft. Want to have a fully customizable battle robot? Maybe, the Transformers? Well, Robocraft is something similar. It lets you set up your own robot battle vehicles that can drive, hover, walk or fly, as per your preferences. A bunch of futuristic weapons to choose from, that'll make the battle even more interesting. It is one of the latest free Linux games that you should try. 8. Adventure Capitalist. Thought about becoming a capitalist? Well, there's no better capitalism simulator than this for your Linux machine. Invest, prosper, and attract angel investors to give your business a boost. Hire a manager and keep your business stable while you're gone. 9. Brain/Out. Brain Out is a 2D multiplayer shooter with a post-Soviet setting. I don't really try 2D games, but this one was definitely something exciting. You can customize your loadout as well and progress through the game to utilize every type of powerful weaponry to defeat your enemies. Undoubtedly, one of the best free Linux games available on Steam. 10. Wild West Saga, Idle Tycoon. The game revolves around the Wild West, where you get the chance to become a billion-dollar pioneer by starting several businesses and exploring more business opportunities. The more patent cards you collect, the more it would help your business with new towns and upgrades. 11. No More Room in Hell. If you are a true gamer who loves an action-packed game, you will surely love zombie shooter games. No More Room in Hell is one such first-person co-op zombie shooter game that is completely free to play on Steam. It is no ordinary FPS game, but also has the touch of a horror game, like the classic Left 4 Dead, which isn't available for Linux. 12. Awesomenauts. A side-scrolling hero-based 2D MOBA game is damn impressive. It definitely is one of the free Linux games that we would recommend you to. 13. Dead Maze. Yet another 2D game but with zombies in it. You need to craft life-saving supplies, collect food, monitor health, and scavenge for resources to survive the zombie apocalypse. It is a multiplayer game where you have to cooperate and join other players to survive the apocalypse. 14. The King's Request, Physiology and Anatomy Revision Game. A dead simple 2D short adventure game which tests your knowledge of the human body, and concepts from science, biology, physiology, anatomy, medicine, biomed, nursing, pharmacy, health or exercise science. Each correct answer leads you to the victory and saves the kingdom. And, there are no negative points if you get an answer wrong. Of course, this isn't a great game to talk about, but this game is an example of gamifying learning content, so why not give it a try? 15. Cognizer. A unique puzzle game that challenges your brain with symbols and colors. You can either set a time limit or remove it to make things easier. 16. Faeria. It is an interesting card game where you need to defeat your opponent in epic battles. You can either enjoy the game solo or join a casual/competitive multiplayer match. Faeria is nothing like any other card game, and that makes it one of the free Linux games we would recommend you to try. 17. Tank Force. If you were searching for an online tank shooter game, Tank Force is a quite good addition to your Steam library. It features a lot of different tanks which you need to unlock as you level up. Join the players from all over the world to fight for dominance. Tank Force supports cross-platform PvP battles, 10v10, with a variety of battle modes and combat arenas. Do try it out. 18. Toribash. Toribash is a unique online turn-based fighting game. Here, you have the ability to design your own moves. You get complete control over your character's body with hundreds of potential game mods available. If you were looking for something original and unique, Toribash is the one. 19. Forge of Gods. Forge of Gods is a multiplayer card strategy game where you need to collect and train as many monsters as you can and then assemble them to attack. You even get the ability to mix different type of creatures to breed legendary warriors. In addition, it also features boss battles. 20. World of Guns, Gun Disassembly. Yet another interesting game which lets you explore a wide range of firearms, that includes disassembling/assembling them. There's nothing more to talk about it, but it's enjoyable. 21. The Pirate, Caribbean Hunt. Sail through epic battles and raids to become the undisputed captain. The Caribbean is full of opportunities, you just have to find them. In other words, be the Jack Sparrow. Maybe that's too much to ask for. 22. Xonotic. Xonotic is a fast-paced arena shooter. You will probably like it if you're missing out games like Quake Champions on Linux. It features a pretty impressive set of weapons, that will decide your fate in the arena. Indeed, one of the best free Linux games that do not require Steam. 23. The Battle for Wesnoth. The Battle for Wesnoth is an open-source free turn-based strategy game. You can opt to play it solo or consider joining the multiplayer sessions. You've got to defend your kingdom. In either case, you can even choose to pursue the unseen evil by heading down to an adventurous path. 24. CAYNE. It is a point-and-click horror adventure game and it's free to download via GOG.com. It offers optional extra content for a certain price, but you won't really be needing that unless you absolutely love this game. 25. 0A. D. 0A. D. is a free, open-source real-time strategy game that deals with ancient warfare. A group of independent game developers regularly release newer alpha versions of the game, currently with the 23rd. You can even download mods from within the game to enhance your gameplay. 26. Urban Terror. Urban Terror is a free multiplayer FPS game with a decent number of active players, it depends on your location. It is somewhat relatable to Counter-Strike 1.6 but it's fun if you have friends to play with. 27. Secret Maryo Chronicles. Want a free Super Mario ripoff that's unique in its own ways? Well, we've got you this. Maryo Chronicles is one of the most amazing 2D side-scroller games. It is not being actively maintained, but you could give it a try. 28. Assault Cube. Yet another something like the classic Counter-Strike 1.6. Assault Cube is a pretty good multiplayer FPS game if you have enough players in the servers. It's not entirely the best multiplayer FPS, but it still is enjoyable. 29. Super Tux Kart. If you are a fan of kart racing games like the Beach Buggy Blitz for the mobile platform or Mario Kart for Nintendo, you will definitely like this game. It's super simple, with optimized controls to handle your kart and enjoy the race. 30. Warsow. Warsow is a well-thought FPS game. It is unique and interesting. They even have a Discord server which you join and find other players to play with. 31. Hedgewars. It is a funny turn-based strategy game featuring pink hedgehogs. It's a package of comedy, action, strategy, and artillery, as a whole. It is one of my favorite free Linux non-Steam games available.